كل فعل يراد به التقرب إلى الله عز وجل وهو خلاف السنة فهو بدعة ضلالة.
Anas ibn Malik radiallahu anhu said in a narration collected by Ibn Majah in his Muqaddimah that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, "Talabul ilm faridatun ala kulli Muslim." That seeking of knowledge is an obligation upon every Muslim. So how is it possible that a Muslim doubts in the necessity of the Sharia knowledge? And you can see the result of not having ilm. You see how many people there are worshipping graves, celebrating the birthday of the Prophet ﷺ, marching in the streets, demonstrating, astrology, fortune telling, not praying. And this is the majority of the people around us today. What we are here today is a drop in the ocean compared to the environments that you come from. You know that and I know that. And Allah's Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam therefore made this pursuit of knowledge farida ala kulli Muslim. He made it an obligation upon every Muslim. And he establishes religion upon two foundations. The Muslim in his life and that which is needed by him is that he establishes religion on two foundations. Number one, that he does not worship except Allah. And number two, that he does not worship Allah except by that which has been legislated. Except by that which, you don't invent your own worship. You don't get to do that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent you the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and he clarified these affairs for you. And these two foundations are the reality of the kalimatul tawheed. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. That when you make this testification, these two foundations are in it. And the reality of the kalimatul tawheed no doubt contains knowledge shar'i that must be actualized. So how does a Muslim actualize the second fundamental? The first fundamental is that you worship none but Allah. And the second one, wherein that you establish that none has the right to, that he does not worship except by way of that which has been legislated. How do you worship Allah except by that which has been legislated, except by talabul ilm, except by this pursuit of knowledge? For this reason, knowledge must precede speech and action. Because if Allah has commanded you to worship Him, and you bore witness to the Messenger of Allah ﷺ being the finality of the prophets and the messengers and the slave of Allah, then how do you worship Allah? You worship Allah in no other way except that which has been legislated in the Kitab and the Sunnah. And that means that you learn ilmu shar'i. And this has been explained, as we mentioned previously, by the statement of Imam al-Bukhari in Kitab al-Ilm, Bab al-ilmu qabla al-qawli wal-amal. And I don't have to repeat that because you already know that knowledge precedes both speech and action. And the ulama, they are the inheritors of the prophets. They inherited the knowledge from the prophets and the messengers, and whomsoever has taken it has taken an abundant treasure. And this is why whomsoever treads that path of knowledge, Allah makes easy for him the path to Jannah. And this is why the ulama are the most God-fearing of all of the people. The more knowledge that you have, the more taqwa you have of Allah, the more fear you have of Allah. إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهَ مِنْ عِبَادِهِ الْعُلَمَاء. Indeed, those who truly fear Allah from His servants are the people of knowledge. That's the haqq, my brothers and sisters. And that's why we mention, قُلْ هَلْ يَسْتَوِي الَّذِينَ يَعْلَمُونَ وَالَّذِينَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. Are those who know the same as those who do not know? You know that when you have knowledge, that you are not the same as the one who does not have knowledge, because the hujjah has been established upon you. You have no excuse yawm al-qiyamah. I know that the 5 daily prayers are wajib upon me, so I have to pray them. I know that fasting in the month of Ramadan is wajib, because this came to you through knowledge. Yawm al-qiyamah, did you know? I knew. So why didn't you pray? Did you know about fasting? I knew. Why didn't you fast? Did you know about zakah? I knew. So why didn't you give zakah? Didn't you know about the good treatment of your parents? So why didn't you treat them well? These are all baraheen and hujjaj against you. This is a hujjah against you yawm al-qiyamah. The ilm becomes a proof against you yawm al-qiyamah. And Allah's Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said in a hadith collected by Bukhari and others, that whomsoever Allah wishes good for, He gives him understanding of the religion. So if you find that you're getting understanding of the deen, the more that you study, the more that you're learning, the more that you're acting, the more that you're benefiting, Allah is giving you understanding. This is a sign from the signs that Allah wishes for you good. And if your life is on a downward slope, that you don't have knowledge or you don't act upon the knowledge, and things are getting worse in your home, in your marriage, in your life, in your, in your finances, with your children, with your community, with your own iman, anxiety, stress, depression, sadness, that's a sign that there's something that you're not doing right. Let me make ibadah, let me make dhikr, let me seek knowledge, let me act upon the knowledge, let me strive in the path of Allah. Maybe my affair will increase. Maybe goodness will come into my life. You know, you want khair, you want goodness, but you don't tread its path. Do ships sail upon dry land? Because that's the similitude. You want good, you want the blessings of Allah, you want barakah in your homes, you want barakah in your family, you want barakah in your children, but you don't tread the path, you don't seek knowledge, you don't act upon knowledge, you're watching movies, you're always on YouTube, you're listening to music, and then you say, I don't know what's happening in my life, I don't know what's going wrong. You do know what's going wrong, but you don't want to face the truth. You don't want to face the reality that I have to do something. Right, and it's not about, I need more money in my life, because that's not going to get rid of the movies and the music and the haram that you do. Money doesn't change that. You need to change what's in your heart, and Allah will change what is in your life. And that begins with this pursuit of knowledge and acting upon knowledge. I hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, through this dars, that I have been reminded, and I hope that through this Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminds you of the importance of seeking knowledge and not abandoning the circles of knowledge and not treating them like, I'll just go once a month. Go to the durus and go regularly. Bring your children, bring your wives, bring your families, bring your elderly mother and father. Give them a chair so they can sit down. And then afterwards, go and take them somewhere nice to have something nice. Give them a gift. Treat them well. I used to bring my father to the durus, and my father or my other brothers used to bring him to the durus. Right? And the brothers who know from many years ago, he died several years ago, rahimahullah ta'ala, he used to sit in the durus, he used to sit in the conferences. They used to get him a chair. He was late 80s and he was sitting. Because we gave, as children, we have to give this importance to our families, our wives, our children. Get them accustomed to sitting in durus, especially children. Bring them. Sit them down next to you and let them benefit. And they'll go home and say, I didn't understand anything. He was just shouting from the front. Give it 5 years. They'll sit next to you with a notepad and pen, as I can see some of the shabab sitting now. But that is something that is trained and cultivated. You can't just turn up at the age of 14, come on, we're going to a dars. What's one of those? You don't do that at the age of 13 and 14. That's got to start 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring them, bring them, bring them. It's hard, yes. You have to get them into a car. You have to get the car seat in place. You have to do this. You have to make sure he's got enough water. Oh, he's going to get hungry. Get him a bag of crisps, whatever. Yes, you have to go through all of that. But you're the father. What did you think? What did you think he was going to be? Just father? I'm a dad, bus. Now do something. Barakallahu feekum.